What's up, y'all? Back again today with a very important video. So, I bet you're wondering why I have this bat and this hat on. Looks like I'm gonna go to the batting range, right? Well, no. Today I want to do something special, and I want to include you guys. So if you see what I'm sitting on here, it's one of our good old friends, the television. This guy back here, he's been around before I was born. I'm not sure exactly what date the television was created. However, I do know that it has been a quintessential part of American life since I've been born. Now, I grew up loving television. I mean, who didn't love some of the great shows that they've offered on television? From The Simpsons, you got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm, The Boondocks. I have so many shows that I've just watched on television throughout the years. Power Rangers when I was younger. And for many people, including myself, the television helped raise us. The images that were on this television basically gave us subliminal, subconscious, and outright messages that we usually follow. Some of the characters on these television series, we actually idolize or label our life according to some of the people we see on television. Now that goes from TV, that goes from movies, that goes from music videos even, because music is on television. So if you ever stop to think about the time in which you've spent watching television, you'd probably be amazed how many hours you've actually spent gazing into this thing, the boob tube. But now, there's something that I have to talk about. Lately, I've realized that the television is, how do I say, deceitful. And when I say deceitful, this is what I mean. I mean that as I've gotten older, I've realized that first, we have to realize that a majority of the stations that you watch on this television, from ABC to CBS, right, to CNN, to Fox, to the Disney Channel, to anything that you could think of, they are controlled by the same few people, okay? You can look into this. For instance, there's a man named Rupert Murdoch. You can look into how much he particularly owns when it comes down to your media. A very few select people control the narrative and the images, conscious and subconscious, that come from this thing. So what I decided was, wow, we're being deceived from this television that I thought was my friend. This year seems to be a revelation of sorts for me in that regard, in which a lot of people or things who I thought were friends or colleagues, associates, allies to me, proved otherwise. Now, this doesn't make me mad. It does disappoint me, though. And when I'm disappointed, I do different things. Usually, I'll cut you off, or if I tell you about it and you don't want to change, I have no choice but to move away from you. So the television, I realized I had to move away from the television. Now, that's one thing that at first seems kind of hard. But once you stop to take the time to think that the television actually is causing you more destruction than progression, then it becomes a lot easier. So with this video, I didn't want to take too much of your time, but I just wanted to do something special. Today, with me, you have the option of destroying the TV. That's right. You don't have to go as far as I'm going to go, but I want you to boycott television until television and the people that are on that television have proven to you and I that they have a moral compass that is parallel to ours. Because it seems to me that the actors and the musicians that are portrayed on this television have been paid to hinder us from progression. So while they're getting paid millions of dollars to flaunt a lifestyle in your face that you most likely will never live, you personally are being deceived by these people. Now, I could go into a tirade of certain people and examples that I mean, but that's not my choice. I've decided to separate myself from everyone on television. And how do I do that? Well, I don't know if you've ever seen Office Space, but there's an interesting scene in Office Space where they take their printer that was jammed and they just go crazy on it. So that's what I'm going to do today. Now, mind you, I'm not mad, but I am disappointed. This guy, he was my friend, but not anymore. So I suggest you do the same thing, okay? Now bear with me. Again, this is a funeral for the television. And there, my friends, is what I suggest you do to your television. Please vibrate higher.